Seahawks took for 7 on 3rd down. Pressure coming and a blast from Xavier McKinney. Oh, McKinney unblocked to Geno Smith. A loss of 9, and it's 4th down.
What up, what up, what up, New York Giant Nation? It is your boy, MacDaGiantsFan, coming at y'all with the Week 10 edition of the True Blue Preview. The New York Football Giants hosting the Houston Texans. The second half of the season is upon us. The New York Giants, fresh off the bye week, welcoming the Houston Texans in the MetLife Stadium. And what is a big game for the New York Football Giants to get this second half of the season started off on the right note. As we know, we took an L entering the bye week. No harm, no real harm, no real foul. New York Giants still sitting in a good spot at 6-2 in the NFC East Division. So there's things the New York Giants just got to get ready for, man. It's got to strap up for this second half of the season. Got to buckle up, baby.
Winter's coming.
See, I'm bundled up, man. It's going to start getting cold. Them temperatures about to start coming down week in and week out, man, especially playing up here in the Northeast. So the New York Giants, man, just don't get cute, man. Don't go out there trying to be too cute. Focus on what you got to do, man, and do what you do best. Run that football. Run the rock, man. Get it done, man. Turn around, put the ball in the belly of your best player on your team.
Into the end zone.
Number 26.
To the sideline.
Saquon
Barkley.
Stop trying to overthink it. Don't, you know what I mean? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
That's your best weapon. Figure out different ways to use them. Cool, innovative ways to use them. We all know the situation with the wide receiver room. Hopefully, we get a little bit of help this week. If we can get something out of number 19, Kenny Golladay, man. Should be back on the field. Says he's feeling good. He's saying all the right things. But now you got to show and prove, bro. You got to show me on the field what you really want to do. He seems excited to be a part of a winning football team. He ain't never been a part of a winning football team his whole career. So this is a new territory for him. Maybe while he's been on the shelf, he's sat back, had time to reflect and realize, hey, this is my best opportunity at a winner right now, man. Need to act right, get on that field and act right, stop pouting, get the job done. You get open, you get the ball. Point blank, period. So start getting open, number 19. You gotta do it. You gotta give them something out there on the field, man. Can't just rely on being a tall guy and just saying, throw it up to me. Can't rely on that every time. I mean, yeah, you're going to get some plays like that too, obviously. But sometimes you got to actually create some real separation for your quarterback and give your quarterback a good target to throw the football to. We ain't exactly, I mean, we all know Daniel Jones' story. We know he's no all-pro, but he's playing his best football of his career right now, this season. So if you can build that, he can build that confidence in you, man, get that confidence in you, he's going to get the ball to you because no matter what, even with everything I just said, Kenny Golladay is by far the New York Giants' best wide receiver on this roster that we have. We're going to rely heavily on Kenny Golladay the second half of this season as far as in the passing game. So he's got to step up because the injuries have been in an abundance. Speaking of injuries, we know. We usually the bye week is usually a time when teams get healthy, get a little healthier, and get ready for the next part of their season, for the rest of their season. Unfortunately, New York Giants got a little more injured on the bye week, more injured in a big, big way. Xavier McKinney during the bye week on vacation, I'm assuming with his family and stuff, whatever. He went, he had an accident. And it was an accident, a freak accident on the ATV. Things happen. Myself personally, like to see players be a little more responsible about certain activities they partake in during the season. It's not like he was, but it's at the same time, not like he was out there being reckless. Not like he thought he was in the X Games doing some Tony Hawk-like tricks or anything like that. It was a freak accident, and unfortunately, he suffered an injury to his hand, broke a few fingers, had to get surgery. Will be on the shelf, minimum at least a minimum a month. And they're saying it's a possibility he could miss the remainder of the season. We're hoping that's the worst case scenario, and we're hoping that's not going to be the case because we're going to need Xavier McKinney back on that field, man, if we're going to make any form of a run. But with that being said, that means Julian Love stepping up to play calling duties, man. I think the New York Giants defense will still be in good hands with Julian Love calling the plays back there. So I'm not too concerned with that. Julian Love has played and has had an excellent season so far, and he is definitely more than competent. The other thing is just seeing who else is going to step up. You know, we got the rookie Dane Belton, we got Landon Collins back there. Obviously, we know Landon Collins' story, situation, and coverage. We don't really want to see him back there in too much doing coverage situations because that's just not his strong suit. Dane Belton, hopefully he can step up in a major way. I mean, he's been pretty okay so far, pretty solid as his rookie campaign. So hopefully things can work out for the New York Giants there because, you know, and we also got possibly a couple other guys returning. O'Shane Ximines maybe making his return to the lineup. Great depth piece. In this case, he'd probably kind of be a starter this week still with Azeez Ojulari still on the shelf. So hopefully we can get some of that. He can generate some of what he's been doing. O'Shane Ximines also having the best season of his career so far in the first half of the season, and then unfortunately he went down with the injury for missed the last couple of games. So hopefully we get him back in the lineup and he can help provide a spark and help add to this pass rush on this defense because the pass rush is been solid. This hasn't been a horrible pass rush. They get the pressures. But we haven't been getting the sacks, really. You still need to get home a little bit more, I feel like. Thibodeau is like sniffing, man. He is sniffing. He's got the one sack on the season. But he's been awfully close to getting several more, man. Hopefully he can start turning these pressures into some sacks, man, and really start producing a little bit more from that standpoint. As far as a couple other guys, Cordell Flott may be making a return to the lineup. Been looking pretty decent in practice. Young cornerback, rookie cornerback. I was off to a little bit of a rocky start, but I think he's showing some decent potential out there too, and he'll be a welcome addition. Add for some more depth piece. Fabian Moreau, I feel like has kind of locked down that second cornerback spot because he's been playing so well. So Cordell Flott can come in, provide add some depth back there in the secondary. And, we still got the issues on the offensive line, injuries on the offensive line. Evan Neal still looking like he's not going to be quite ready to go. And Dan Bredesen obviously is on injured reserve. So we'll still be figuring it out on the O-line. Hopefully we can get maybe Nick Gates is ready for a little bit, step up and work, get some more reps out there because I just love what Nick Gates brings and provides. He just has that football nastiness that you want an O-lineman to have out there, man. And so hopefully we can get Nick Gates back in with a little more of a full-time role, whether it's at center or at guard. Shane Lemieux has been activated. I don't know if he'll have much of a role this week, but I don't think. Matter of fact, I don't think he'll be won't even probably be playing this week, to be honest. But if at all, I mean, working him back into the rotation, to the lineup, and start trying to really figure out who absolutely is our best 5 offensive linemen. I feel like we know who our tackles are, and we know at least one of our guards, Galinsky. Whether I know it's been a rough season, but I feel like he is still going to be one of our top 5 linemen, and I feel like Nick Gates is too, whether it's at guard or center. We just got to figure that interior offensive line the rest of the way out, man, and get ready for this home stretch of this season, man. As far as the Houston Texans are concerned, man, things to worry about with the Houston Texans, I'm going to just straight up tell you right now, young man, running back, Dameon Pierce, absolute stud. Absolute stud. New York Giants have had issues stopping the run, slowing the run down for teams. I mean, They didn't do horrible against Kenneth Walker, another rookie sensation in Seattle couple weeks ago. Didn't do horrible against him, defending him, but still wasn't enough to get the W out there. However, Damian Pierce presents another problem as well. A rookie running back that has been running over the league the last few weeks, big time, just running over the league, man. This guy is a stud. He's very, very good. He's explosive. He can hit the home run, but he can also grind out the tough yards. New York Giants, you got to buckle up, strap up,
hold on to your butts,
and be ready for Damian Pierce. This Houston Texans team in general, we cannot take them lightly. Their record indicates a far worse football team than what they actually are. That 1-6-1 record is not indicative of how hard this football team comes out and plays week in and week out. They give every team they play their best shot, and they come up short most of the time. And we got to make sure that stays that they still we keep that the same this week. Cannot let them come in there and get a W in MetLife Stadium against the New York Giants, man. You can't let it happen. Not at our expense. I mean, they play hard, but they also continue to find ways to lose, and part of that is that quarterback that is pretty much a turnover machine. He has been turning the ball over at a high rate, whether it's be interceptions, whether it's been fumbling. He turns the ball over. Davis Mills, I think he's a solid kid. I still think he just needs a couple more years of development. But I think this kid could be a future star in this league someday. But right now, it's just not. He's not quite there yet, and we got to keep him right where he's at for this week again. Do not allow him to come in there and build any confidence up on the New York Giant defense and make plays, start making plays, man. Can't let it happen. Got to keep him turning that ball over, try to force some turnovers, man, big time, and capitalize on those turnovers, man. So the New York Giants, man, you got to go out there and hit the field running, and open up the second half of this season, and let the fans know that we are serious. Let everybody know that the first half season was not a fluke. We got to go out there and get the job done against a team that we are better than. Cannot go out there. This is a critical game because the New York Giants are very close to entering a hard stretch of the season, of the schedule. Following these next couple of games, the New York Giants will be playing a heavy load of divisional matchups, man, divisional games, 4 weeks in a row, as a matter of fact, and that's going to be critical on how this season is going to play out. We right now have put ourselves in a prime position to actually play into January, into the postseason, man. And right now, we're sitting really pretty, and now we got to help ourselves the rest of the way. Can't depend on other people falling on their faces. We just got to go out there and continue to do what we've been doing. Like I said, run that football, get that pass rush, get the pass rush home. And Daniel Jones, just keep playing smart football, man. At this point, I don't want to hear it. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about the stats. The stats are what the stats are. As long as you keep playing efficient and smart football, I'm all good with that, Daniel Jones. I don't care if you throw for 50 yards or if you throw for 500 yards. I don't care. Efficiency is what was keeping you over the top. This was working for you. So keep playing smart. Use your legs when you got to.
but you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dane.
So just pull out all your weapons, man. Do what you got to do, Daniel Jones, man. This offensive line hopefully can continue to develop and grow and get better. I know with the injuries it's tough, but just let it happen, man. And I think good things will happen in this game. So this is what I got. I got the New York Football Giants coming out to start second half of this season, and I got them beating the Houston Texans 27-14. The New York Football Giants win this football game 27-14 in MetLife Stadium. Start the second half of the season off right. Get off on a good note and get the job done, man, against a team that you got no business losing against. It would be disappointing, and it will be really detrimental to your season if you go out there and lose this football game. Like I said, these next couple are very important because we are headed into a killer stretch of the schedule. So you got to win the games that you're absolutely supposed to win. So New York Giants, go out there and do it. Coach Brian Dable, man, you are the man for the job. I mean, we saw what happened. Joe Shane, the trade deadline came and went. We didn't add any key pieces. Didn't make any big moves other than sending one Kadarius Toney out to Kansas City. So look, it is what it is. We are the New York Football Giants. We have been weathering the storm of this season. We keep finding ways to win. We keep finding ways to grind games out, and we got to continue to do that. Like I said, the key is now I feel like just you got to turn around and just get that ball to your best guy. And we all know who our best guy is. He is number 26. So I feel like just don't get cute out there. You do the damn thing. Get the job done. Be effective, New York Giants. You go out there and you win the games you're supposed to win, and this is a game you're supposed to win. Do not allow this team to come up and build any confidence at your expense. They do have a solid defense. They do have a couple of nice pieces. Dameon Pierce, like I already mentioned, is a very nice piece, but they have a struggling quarterback who has created a lot of who has given up a lot of turnovers this season. Let's keep that trend going at MetLife on Sunday, 1:00 p.m. 27-13 New York football, 27-14, New York Football Giants. Coach Dable, I have all the confidence you're going to have these guys ready to go coming out this bye week. And don't forget, right after the game, following the game, immediately following the game on Sunday, to tune in to the True Blue Aftermath live, baby, on MacDaGiantsFan's channel. Also on Wednesday, don't forget 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, tune in to me and my guy, Adam Costas, for another edition of the Real Deal NFC East Roundup. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like, ring that bell. Show some love to your boy. It takes nothing to do any of that. Totally free to do all of that. Show some support out here grinding, man. Really appreciate the love I've been getting. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. Peace. I'd like to thank you all for listening. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Mac the Giants fan. That's MacDa Giants fan.